Today, I'm going to tell you whether the MVP of Amphorius, Cipher, is worth pulling for or not. But honestly, based on story alone, she's worth it. But before that, let me introduce to you the best platform for recharging Stellar Jades, LD Shop. On LD Shop, you can purchase Stellar Jades at an extremely cheap rate compared to in-game. Using LD Shop, you can save up to 15% or even more when recharging your Honkai Star Rail accounts. Today I'll be buying this Jade pack that only costs $43.70 compared to the in-game price of $50. All you need to do is give LD Shop your account UID and region, send your payment, and the Stellar Jades will be sent straight to your account in less than a minute. On top of that, if you recharge up to $80 in a month, you can get a supply pass for free. There's no reason to not use this website. People who say there are risks to doing this are complete idiots that don't know how it works. I swear on my channel's integrity that you will not be banned or scammed. Don't forget to register using my link in the description for an extra 10% off coupon. I hope you would recharge on this website after registering using my link because that's the best way to support my channel right now as YouTube is being a bitch. Anyways, Cipher is a ridiculously strong debuffer that can also record damage. She had one of the most turbulent beta cycle compared to any units in the game. She used to also surpass most DPSs in terms of zero cycling, but that doesn't happen anymore sadly enough. But in terms of nihility supports, she's most likely the best, being on the same tier as Harmony supports. Now for the most obvious team she's best in slot in, it's Acheron. Cipher completely power creeps Jiaoqiu in every way imaginable except pure fiction. Having less crimson knots isn't an issue because remember quality supersedes quantity in this game. Even if Cipher provides one less ult, her benefits outweigh said ult. There's a lot of zero cycles where I'm forced to use Acheron ults on a boss's phase 1 that only has 20% HP left, which is basically wasted. With Cipher, I would instead be able to kill said phase and save the ult for its second phase. This is not accounting for how much personal damage Cipher has, which is still leagues above Jiaoqiu after the nerf. Now you might think Jiaoqiu can still be paired with Cipher, but you're wrong again because Silverwolf is getting buffed in less than a month, and she also power creeps Jiaoqiu. Even his only use case of pure fiction is gone if you pull E2 for Silverwolf, since she just becomes a Jiaoqiu with zero flaws, surpassing the ult frequency of Pela. Just as I predicted on Jiaoqiu's first run, he's a bad unit, the first limited support to have zero use case. That's why the advice I gave back then was don't pull Jiaoqiu for Acheron until at least 6 cost. That way, if you're F2P, by the time you get to said cost, you'll be able to see if he's worth getting or power crept, while still having a strong Acheron because of said 6 cost investments. His kits was just too niche, only working in one team and now 0. All in all, it seems that it won't became it did. I'm the only content creator that can accurately predict the future itself every single time for every unit in the game. With her signature, she's on a different league compared to Jiaoqiu. Another team that Cipher is good in is Facials. She's better than Topaz there due to once again quality surpassing quantity, and her AoE debuff with no RNG. I cannot count the amount of times Topaz's debuff ended up on the wrong targets. The fire element is officially dead. Gallagher and DPS Linkshot are not enough to carry the element. Some might remember my video on Topaz, but it's a meme video where I basically insinuated Robin is stronger in every scenario, but Topaz is bustier and has niche stuff outside of battle, so I personally prioritized her. That is not pull advice. Cipher also seems to be a good pull for Archer if you're planning to use him. He's potentially the strongest DPS in MOC, and Cipher is one of the 3 best in-slot teammates for him, alongside Silverwolf and Sparkle of all people who regained one of her use case. That's also another factor you might want to consider. The Nihility buff has finally arrived. Harmonies aren't worth it anymore. Acheron's E2 is back being a scam after a good 3 patches in the sun, just as I predicted. The best part about Cipher for me is the fact that she's the first non-DOT Nihility support with actual cleavage. I can finally replace Black Swan on my main account, which is a huge win. Waifu-only players are winning for once, so I'll keep glazing her for a while. No bias though. She's actually strong enough to deserve all the glaze that I give. Now for Aglaea's rerun, the unique thing about the kit is that she uses the other side of the support spectrum. As in, you can use Tribi RMC Hyacine for Casterus and still run Aglaea to 100% potential since her premium team is Sunday, Robin, Bronya, because RMC has poor uptime there. She's one of the very few DPSs that doesn't run Tribi, so that's something worth considering if you like her enough to pull her. She can also run in conjunction with Archer too. People need to remember there's two sides to MOC sometimes, so Aglaea has some good value. She does clash supports with Saber though. Go for whoever you think is hotter. That's all for today. Remember to use my link for more future site advice, and I'll see you in the next one.